So I just realized I was muted.
Oh yeah, I apologize. I thought you were.
Oh no,
stepped
I
stepped
did
away
that
for a minute.
myself. That's okay. I just didn't want to be making noise before you got back or whatever.
It'd
So
be like that.
I kind of missed however this game worked. Could you run that by me real quick?
Absolutely. Just give me just a moment. I'm going to
Of
slap
course.
this on right here, just to make sure that I do this in between every run, and also
The
while
following
I.
contains heavy religious imagery and depictions of domestic abuse, mental illness, death, a lot of death, characters, the player, and animals, mild gore, and alcohol use. Viewer and participant discretion is advised.
Very fun. All of the best things in life have these content warnings, though, I like to think. So, but yes, do keep that in mind going forward. There's going to be a lot of very disturbing things that you may or may not find in this maze of horror. And if you're okay with that, if you're ready to plunge forward, you begin by choosing an ace and go from there.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before you do that, let me go ahead and read you my pre-script here, because I think you weren't here for that. So,
okay.
You just got the disclaimer. That's the important thing. But
Hi.
also, this game is intentionally designed to be as unfair as possible. During your run, you will die instantly and with very little warning. This is intentional. The notes left behind by other players, keep those in mind. Try to make sure that you're... I mean, the notes being left behind they're few and far between right now, but they're still worth noting, because they're your only way to communicate with past players.
It goes.
Yeah. Also, the puzzles in this game are designed to be obtuse, but not impossible. I've tried to reduce moon logic as much as I can, but in general, puzzles are solved via experience and group coordinating outside of the game as opposed to knowing exactly what to do in the game.
Okay.
You'll find a lot of puzzles without solutions and a lot of solutions without puzzles. Again, this is intentional. You're designed to work together across multiple runs to find out what goes where and who does what.
Well, I'm kind of just winging it right now, so I'm not too fussed about dying, I guess.
That's fair, yeah. Like I said, in the beginning, especially once this project is fully released and finished, in the beginning, a lot of things are going to be people stumbling around trying to figure out what's safe and what's not, where are things, where do things go, things like that. But then once people have a more deep understanding of this mansion, the people who inhabit it, and the puzzles therein, they can start putting together, oh, this key goes to this door, this thing goes to this thing, you do this to get this item, things like that. So, it's going to be one massive zeitgeist. At least that's the goal, assuming I build it correctly.
Okay.
But, alright, rules. The character you play as is you. Yes, you, sitting in the chair right there. You just play as you.
Okay.
Everything you have on you is everything you would expect to have on a day-to-day basis just being out and about in the world. That's a judgment call on your part. I just trust you. If you say, hey, I normally have this thing, then I say you have the thing in the game. Most people would have their phone with them. Most people would have probably a wallet or a purse with them. Probably a set of keys, maybe. A quip that I told earlier, a friend of mine once told me after testing this game, I'm going to start carrying a pocket knife with me everywhere I go, just so I can say I have a pocket knife in this game. And I thought that was very funny. Yes, that's the first thing. Second, there can be no communication between you or any spectators. So I'm going to need you to make sure...
I can't even see them right now.
Excellent, yes. Just make sure chat's not open. Just make sure that we're as isolated as possible. It's just going to be you and me, and that's it. You're allowed to take as many notes as you want while playing. However, at the end of your run, you have to destroy them. If they're physical, you have to actually physically destroy them. If they're digital, you have to delete them. But you're not allowed to leave this game with anything but your memories.
Alrighty. Don't worry, my memories are pretty fragile.
Fair enough. When you enter a room, I will describe the room as though you just simply glanced around, and there are a lot of details I'm not going to describe. If you want more details about any particular part of the room or any particular object, tell me you're examining it, and I'll give you additional details.
Alright.
And last but not least, at the end of your run, you're allowed to leave a note of no more than 6 words behind. This note will persist through all future runs, including any future runs that you do, and will be just available to all players throughout the entire game. Here are the previous notes that have been left before.
Hold on, I'm trying to read him. It's a little scrunched on my screen.
Here, let me... Is that better?
Okay. Okay. I think I got it.
Gotcha. I think there was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, and then after this run is over, you're not allowed to play again until somebody else goes after you. You can never play twice in a row.
I see.
And with all that out of the way, to begin, choose an ace.
Okay. Oh, one question though.
Alright.
Would including my tanuki-ness be cheating?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just go with, like, the person sitting there as opposed to anything else.
Aw, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
This game assumes that the person playing is just a normal human and is kind of built around that. So.
Fair enough. That makes sense. I think I'll go with the Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts. Good room to start with. So let me go ahead and shuffle the deck. Which, by the way, what you're seeing on screen right now is kind of a virtual tabletop that I'm making sure is something that I can use to denote everything. But I have two physical decks of cards in front of me that I'm going to be actually shuffling for the randomness aspect.
Alright, that makes sense.
So, I'm acting as benevolent dungeon master. So, as I throw cards all over the place because I'm angry and full of rage, obviously.
Yes, I can just tell from your tone.
Exactly, I'm just fuming right now.
Must be all that Hollow Knight you were doing last night.
Exactly. I can't be mad at Hollow Knight, I'm loving that game to pieces. Alright, Ace of Hearts, so we'll hide all these, slap this in the middle, and away we go. So, Ace of Hearts. Alright. You wake up with a little bit of a headache, having absolutely no idea how you got where you are or where you are.
Okay.
The floor is tiled kind of with a white and gray marble. It's very shiny and well kept. And as you look around and come to, you see that the walls are just a pure white, and marble columns are holding up a massive, opaque, stained glass roof. Rainbow light is pouring in from the ceiling. Actually, hang on, let me make sure I have the music correctly. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you're watching my camera feed, then you've got the table, but if you watch what I'm streaming on Discord, you can get the music, and the music is very important. It's good for atmosphere.
I don't hear any music currently.
Are you watching the Discord stream?
I'm in the same Discord chat as you.
Yeah, you need to be watching the actual Discord stream in order to get it.
Oh, okay. One moment then, please.
Yeah.
As soon as I figure out how that works.
Yeah, you should be able to just click and then hit view.
View.
I think, and then just kind of swap over to watching the camera feed instead.
Oh, there it is. It says watch stream. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, there's music. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Alright, it's not, like, super important, but I put a lot of care into this game's soundtrack. Alright. Where was I? Okay, so large stained glass ceiling with rainbow light pouring in from it. Large marble columns. On the north side of the room, there is a massive altar with a absolutely huge book on it and 2 golden candlesticks, each with a lit candle on it. And behind that, hanging on the wall, is a just ridiculously oversized oil painting of a woman in a fancy red dress. Starting from the kind of middle of the room and going back is a red carpet that leads all the way back to the south door, and along either side of the red carpet are church pews, very large, elegant-looking church pews.
Okay.
You have woken up in this room and have no idea where you are. What do you do?
Okay, well, first of all, how far am I from this altar again?
One more time, I'm sorry?
How far am I from this altar again?
You woke up relatively close to it.
Okay. I would like to get up and walk over the book and see if there's any words on the cover.
There is not. You walk up to the book, and it's this massive... In fact, let me read you the description here.
Okay.
It's a marble altar, and on it is a red diamond-shaped cloth with like little gold tassels. There's 2 golden candlesticks, obviously, and the tome in the middle is absolutely massive, like almost as wide as you closed, and there's nothing on the front. It's just a big leather-bound blank book.
Okay. And the book inside is blank.
Oh, the cover is blank. Do you open it?
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll open the cover and see if there's anything like written inside. Just a glance.
So you open the front cover, and on the front page is a large, ornate drawing of a heart with the Latin phrase above it, "In tenebris veritas emergit." And the page after that's the table of contents.
Okay, I can't read Latin, but...
The table of contents is written in English.
Okay, well, I'll read the table of contents then.
Yeah. I'll let you know if something's written in Latin, but if I just say something's written there, it's written in English. So the table of contents says hymns and chants, map, rules, protective barriers, demonology, history of, and then like a little scratched out phrase, a section that literally just says there is a better way than this, translation guide, the afterlife, and irredeemable. That's what the table of contents says.
I'm very tempted to just steal the book, but I think I'll skip to protective barriers if possible.
Alright, you jump over to the protective barriers section. Again, that whole section's written in Latin, but based on the pictures, like the illustrations, you can kind of tell that it's some kind of guide on how to create a magical force field around you, but the pictures aren't really all that clear. Like, you can kind of glean that's what it's supposed to be, but...
I see.
Just generally not super helpful on its own.
What was one of the chapters called? As like there has to be a better way, or we shouldn't have done this, or something?
It's a section that says there is a better way than this.
Can I skip to that?
You attempt to. It's between the history of blotched out section and the translation guide section, but you're flipping through the history of section, and it just jumps immediately to translation guide. Like the section you're looking for just doesn't appear to be there.
Oh, I see. Or like the page is missing, or did they just skip over it on its own?
It looks like they just never were there, because the numbering all lines up, but the section is just kind of not there.
Oh, I see. Well, what does the translation guide say?
The translation guide is written in Latin.
Of course it is.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, it must be for translating into English, I guess. Well, okay, what I think I'll do is I'll close the book, and then, if possible, I'll take it with me so I have a weapon to hit people with. Because it looks to be very heavy, I imagine.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Using this book as a weapon, because you can just barely lift it. It's huge.
It's already hurting my brain. It may as well hurt someone else's.
Exactly. I like the way you think.
Okay, I think I'll walk along the red carpet there, along the pews, and see if there's anyone else around.
Alright, so the room is basically devoid of life. You don't see anybody anywhere. You don't even feel any presences anywhere. But you do notice something gleaming in one of the pews. Something shiny sitting there. I
am attracted by shiny, and I will take a look, while also branching the book in case it tries to attack me.
Fair enough. So you approach the shiny object with the book as though a housewife approaching a spider with a newspaper. And what you see is, laying in one of the pews, is a shiny pair of golden scissors just laying there.
Huh. I see. That feels important. I'm just gonna tuck that into my jacket pocket.
Alright, you have acquired the golden scissors.
Okay, so... And as I'm looking around, I'm guessing past the pews is probably like an entrance door or something?
Yeah, there's a door on each wall in the cardinal directions.
Okay, cardinal directions. I think I'll try the east door, if possible.
Alright, heading for the east door. I assume you still got the book with you, just in case?
Yes, I'm holding on to it.
Alright, and that is the 10 of diamonds, which is right here. And the 10 of diamonds is... I just realized something. I got the 10 of diamonds and the 10 of hearts mixed up last game. Oops.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
sure it didn't hurt things too much if you put the right stuff there.
Yeah, it didn't. I made it work. But all right, so 10 of diamonds. We're gonna do the real 10 of diamonds room this time, and this is going to be a fun room, especially if you have the music playing. So
It is.
you crack open this room, and what you're greeted by is either going to be adorable or terrifying, depending on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because lining the walls of this room are dolls. A lot of
good.
dolls. So you walk into this room, and it looks like a child's playroom. There's a lot of pinks and blues everywhere. There is a little round carpet in the middle with like elephants and pigs and other farm animals like kind of stitched into it. There's like a mobile hanging from the wall, or hanging from the ceiling, as well as like very warm fluorescent lights everywhere, and a massive ass teddy bear in one corner with more dolls in front of it. Toys strewn about the place. This is very much a playroom. And sitting in the middle of this room is a young girl playing with a little stuffed rabbit and a little stuffed farmer.
Oh.
She's facing away from you, and she's just kind of singing to herself and just kind of sitting there. She's got scraggly black hair and is wearing kind of a tattered black dress. And you feel something watching you.
But not the girl, I assume.
Not the girl, but there's
Can I
something
tell
else
her,
in this room.
Can I tell where I'm being watched from? Like, are my nerves giving me a direction?
You are not.
Okay.
Nothing like that, unfortunately. You feel like it's strong. Like there's something else in this room, but you have no idea what or where.
Okay, so I'm gonna glance at the dolls. Are they looking at me?
They are not. They are just kind of glassy-eyed, staring out into the room.
Okay, so what I think I'll do is, I'm not gonna disturb the girl for one. I'm just gonna stand still for a moment and try to get my bearings, and maybe if she finishes singing, I'll say hello.
Fair enough.
In a non-threatening way, of course.
Right. Holding the big-ass book.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll set it down or something, I don't know, but right now I'm holding onto it for protection.
I got you. Alright, so you're standing there just trying to take all of this in. One thing you do notice is that there's a big farm animal theme in this room. There's like a little farm play set with little animals all over the place. The little girl obviously has a farmer doll and a little rabbit, and there's other stuffed animals, like, I just whacked my mic. Literal animals, there's, a chicken, a cow, all that stuff. That seems to be the general theme. The wallpaper is very farm themed. The carpet, as I said, is very farm themed. But what was... Hang on, there was one other detail about this room. No, I think this is fine. Oh, that's what it was. There's a table with like another little glass case. Not a glass case. Jewelry box. That's what it was. I can't believe I forgot to write this down. Little table off inside with a little jewelry box that almost looks like a toy, like something you would give to a child, but also just looks a little more expensive than that.
Okay, very rich child.
Basically, yeah. And the child is just singing away. Like, she doesn't have a care in the world and is just not paying attention to you. But as you stand there, a whole lot of nothing happens.
I'll clear my throat for a second as I pace on my feet like I'm getting tired of standing in one spot.
Alright, that works. So this time she does hear you and takes notice, and she kind of looks up at you with this big, bright smile, stands up, gives like a little curtsy, and just goes, "Hi!"
Hello, miss. Do you happen to know where I am?
You're home, silly.
Oh, I'm home.
She giggles.
I didn't know.
Where else is there?
Well, I don't know. It just doesn't look like my home exactly. But I guess this must be your home?
Ooh, where do you live then?
Oh, I think I live somewhere pretty far from here, but it's a lot smaller. Your place is really big and fancy and has all these cute dolls.
I know, I get lost all the time. And she giggles again.
No. But do you happen to know how I got here? Because I just woke up here just a little bit ago.
And she kind of gets confused for a second. But then she realizes, oh, just like Carrie!
Oh. Carrie? Who's
That's
Carrie?
Carrie's my nanny. She's real nice to me.
And she just woke up here one day too?
Yeah, Daddy brought her here.
Oh, I see. Where's Carrie now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her all day.
Huh. Well, I'm sure she's busy doing something, and I think I'll just keep looking around. You don't need to get up or anything. I'll just see myself out.
Okay. And she goes back to what she's doing.
I just give her a small little friendly pat on the head as I go. Not with the book, of course.
So you go to do that, and as you're patting her on the head, your hand starts to sting just a little bit. Just enough to be noticeable.
I very carefully pull my hand back and just casually glance to see if got pricked by something as I start to leave.
No, it doesn't look like anything like that. You look fine. As soon as you pull your hand away, the feeling goes away.
Okay.
But yeah, no, touching her just felt bad.
Okay, no touch the small girl, got it. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave her be and try and head on my way, and hopefully nothing bad happens.
Fair enough. That presence is still there. Like, there's just something filling this room, but yeah. Where are you going?
Are there any doors out of here, or is this just a single room?
Oh yeah, forgive me. I forget to mention this all the time. In all of these rooms, there's a door in each cardinal direction.
Oh, 4 of them.
Yeah.
And did I come through the south entrance, or?
You came through the west entrance.
I know I came from the east in the previous room, but is it like the south in this room, or what?
So, the map, as right here, is going to be built out as you explore. So,
okay.
Right now, you came in from the west of this room. So, if you were to go back through the west of this room, you'd emerge to the east of the
okay. I see. I think I'll keep going to the east and see where that takes me.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe I'll hit Japan eventually.
Eventually. Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs, perfect. We've been here before. This is a relatively unassuming room, I think. So we'll go back to... There it is. Queen of Clubs. Alright, we turned the creepy, we turned the creepy doll music off now. Queen of Clubs is this one, I believe. Nope, not this one. It's this one. No, it's this one? There we go. Alright. So now you emerge to what looks to be outdoors, but it's surrounded on all sides by more house, so it's like a kind of an inner courtyard looking thing. But it doesn't appear to have many features to it. It's just kind of an open grass field, mostly. Again, there's a door in each cardinal direction leading back into the house, and I've never mentioned, the house itself looks to be 4 or 5 stories tall.
Oh.
And the only thing you can really see, aside from just grass, is off in one corner there is a doghouse, like a regular, normal-sized doghouse, and there's a golden retriever kind of sleeping in front of the house.
Oh, you said there's 4 of them?
No, there's just one.
Okay, I got mixed up for a second.
Yeah, 4 doors, 1 dog.
Alright. 4 doors, 1 dog.
Yep.
That sounds like a meme. Anyway, are there any, trees in this courtyard?
This is a very barren grassland. It just appears to be grass and the doghouse, and that's it.
Okay, well, I am gonna... Okay, and I assume there's... Yeah, you said 4 doors. Okay, I'm gonna pick whichever door is furthest away from the dog, and slowly making my way in that direction.
Alright, so...
Also, do the doors have any, windows on them or anything, or are they just pure wood or whatever?
They do not. They're all relatively ornate, but they're all identical, down to the fact that they all have the door handle on the same side.
Okay, I just wanted to see if there's any way I could look in and see what I'm going to be getting myself into.
Unfortunately, no, but depending on the room, I may describe how a door handle feels. But...
Alright, well, which one would be furthest away from the dog at the moment?
Furthest away at the moment, so from the direction you entered, the doghouse is kind of, to your forward and left, so basically the south door is where you'd want to go, to avoid the dog as best as possible.
I believe I will do that. I mean, I do like dogs, but I don't get the feeling this one will be friendly.
This is a pretty safe bet in a kind of pseudo-horror thing. 8 of spades. Here we are. Move that down like that. 8 of spades. Watch it be locked. 8 of spades is not locked. Alright, cool. So onward to the 8 of spades room.
Alright.
Which is the billiard room, as has, I think, everyone managed to go to so far. So, you walk into a relatively small man cave looking room. It's not very well lit, but the center of the room is dominated by a very large professional grade looking pool table. Off in one corner, there's a rack of pool cues. Off in another corner, there is kind of a wet bar looking thing, where it's just like kind of a cabinet with... behind it is like another cabinet full of what looks to be liquor bottles, essentially. There's a cork board hanging on the wall with just some pieces of paper and a little shiny key hanging from it. And across from that is a china cabinet that looks to be full of man cave paraphernalia. You know, poker chips, playing cards, a couple tools, a hammer and a screwdriver, things of that nature.
You mentioned a key.
I did, hanging from the corkboard.
And, okay, well, I'm gonna take a guess that key probably goes to a door, or maybe to something just in the room. I don't know. But either way, a key is a key. So I think I'm gonna try and take the key if possible.
Alright, as you're approaching the corkboard to grab the key, before you're close enough to grab it, immediately a little mouse, or a rat, excuse me, drops down from a hole in the ceiling onto the corkboard, jumps down onto the nail it's got, grabs it in its teeth, falls on the floor, and runs into a hole in the wall.
With the key?
With the key.
Alright then. I will just back away slightly just in case something else happens, and I guess this is the mouse's room now.
This room belongs to the rat. I'm out.
Yeah. Though, I think I'll take one of them, the cue balls with me, so if I have to throw it at someone, I'll do that and just put it in my other jacket pocket.
Unfortunately, all of the pool balls are inside the china cabinet.
Okay, and that was probably what was locked, wasn't it? Okay, I guess I'm not getting that. I'm just gonna try and find another door out of here. I bet there's another one just in the same direction.
Fair enough. Yeah, again, there's a door on each wall in each direction.
Yeah.
So
I think let's see. Door. I guess I'll just go south again.
All right, fair enough. Oh god, I should draw a card. There we go. 9 of clubs. Have we been in the 9 of clubs room yet?
I don't know.
I don't think we have. Oh, this is new and exciting for the viewers.
Good thing I brought a club.
Yeah, exactly. 9 of clubs. Here we go. You said south again?
Yes.
Alright, 9 of clubs. Oh, never mind. We have been here before. It's locked. My bad.
I don't suppose, think for a second. Okay. No, I couldn't push the pool cue into the lock. Okay, I guess,
Oddly enough, the old-timey lock is big enough you could probably shove a pool cue in it, but it wouldn't do you much good.
No, that is pretty strange, though. Was the key big enough for that?
Oh no, the little key that the rat took was definitely too small for the doors, you could tell.
You know what? I'll try north instead, then.
Well, you just came from the north, so if you emerge back...
Right. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. You're back in the backyard if you do that, though. Oh, okay, excuse me. You're in the backyard right now. No?
Okay.
Hang on. Wait. You're in the eight of spades room right now.
Yeah,
8 of spades is the billiard room. That's where you are.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm thinking is... Let's see. If I went west, I'd end up under the doll room on the map. But... that'd be... I don't know. You know, I'll go west this time. I'm kind of going in a square at this point, but why not, I guess. We're getting somewhere.
Fair. A lot of the directions you go are somewhat arbitrary. I'm sure eventually, like, some of my more meta-oriented friends will, like, find an optimal way to do this, but, you know.
Right.
6 of hearts. Here we go. 6 of hearts is the lounge. So, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So, this is the room where you walk into it, and you walk onto a very plush white carpet that really feels like you just shouldn't have shoes on. It just feels like that kind of carpet.
Yeah.
Very
I got the
fancy.
feeling already.
Yeah, very fancy white carpet. The walls are very nice, very trim. There's little columns here and there. Very nice, very pristine. The ceiling is very white stucco. And dominating the middle of the room is these two massive, very comfortable, very fancy and expensive looking white sofas, along with two white armchairs. There's this like painted white wooden coffee table in the middle. Just everything in this room is completely as white as you can get. I feel like there was something else in here too.
Another color, perhaps?
No, unfortunately, there is not another color. Yeah, no, just a very fancy living room. Oh, and there's a fireplace in here too. Again, with
is the fire white too?
Marble. Well, there's no fire going currently, but there is firewood in there. So there's some color. The dark browns and blacks of the firewood.
Okay.
Standing out against the harsh whiteness of everything else in the room.
And this is a lounge, but is anyone lounging?
There is not. This room is empty.
Okay, lucky me, I guess.
This whole area, and this whole mansion in general, gives an air of recently lived in, but no one's here. That's kind of the goal.
Makes me worry about the girl. But let me think. From here, I believe I would like to go. Yeah, let's go south again. That would probably, I think that gets around where the locked door in the pool room, so let's see where that is.
South again. Alright, so that would be 8 of Hearts. I believe we've done 8 of Hearts already.
Oh, have we?
Yes, we
have.
You
mean like in a previous game?
In a previous run, yeah. So I'm just the way I'm doing it. Rooms we haven't been to yet, I have to transfer from this screen, but rooms we have, I can just do here.
Right.
So 8 of Hearts room is locked, unfortunately.
Okay, so I can't go that way.
Yeah.
Alright.
So far, the whole south wall is locked.
Alright, so that pretty much covers everything except the west, so I'll go west.
Alright. 4 of Diamonds. Watch this be locked too. Oh no, 4 of Diamonds is a fun room.
Oh, fun room.
Very fun. So I can switch to, there we go. Alright, 4 of Diamonds we've definitely had before. There it is. Alright.
Oh, that's giving me a little chill.
So, this room, alright. So you walk into this room, and the blotches of the floor are like hardwood, blotches of it are fancy limestone, bits and pieces of it are like a kind of metal grating, and some of it's cobblestone. Just
so it's a
splotched randomly.
Floor.
Absolutely, yes. The walls follow the same pattern with splotches of like a green flowery wallpaper you'd find in your mom's kitchen, splotches being a high-end mahogany wood paneling, splotches being kind of a shiny chrome, and splotches being a white stucco covered in red stains. It literally looks like somebody jammed multiple different kitchens from multiple different time periods and just kind of stapled bits and pieces of them together to form a single room. The countertops are all made of different materials and at different heights. Although the whole thing is vaguely kitchen-shaped, there's a stove, there's no refrigerator for some reason, there's various random types of cabinets above the actual countertops, and one wall is just stoves. Just stoves. There's still a door on that wall, but it's just stoves.
Is it a stove door?
it kind of blends in a little bit if you're not looking at it correctly. But there is a door that leads that way, but there's just stoves all around it.
Okay,
excuse me, ovens, not stoves. Ovens. But there are ranges in the cabinets that I'll explain that in a second. On one end of the cabinets is a massive meat hook, dangling from which is just a massive chunk of rotting meat hanging on the hooks. And on the other side of the counters is a huge pile of rotten meals and flies that fill the room with that absolutely disgusting stench.
Ugh.
Floating at the counters are a series of utensils, forks, knives, spatulas, etc., that will take various ingredients and just cook them and then throw the meal on the pile. They don't appear to have anybody wielding them. They're just floating utensils constantly cooking.
Oh, and the meals are decidedly not appetizing, you said.
I mean, there's a pile of rotting ones of them sitting on the table, but the ones they're actively preparing, they look edible.
I see.
Before they're thrown on the pile.
I see. Okay, so we have someone's weird construction project where they just put different kinds of floors and walls together, and one bar is just stoves. And we have magic animated cutlery that's making meals for no apparent reason.
Exactly.
Okay, so I would like to get slightly closer and see what exactly they're preparing currently.
Alright, so mostly what they're doing is there's a meat cleaver over by the meat that will slice off a slab. It will send it to a tenderizer, which will pound it, which will then throw it into a saucepan where a spatula and the saucepan will kind of marinate it and saute it. It'll then flip it to a set of tongs, and a bunch of floating spices which spice it. It'll flip it to another pan where a spatula will grill it, and that'll flip it onto the pile onto the floor. Periodically, the cabinets will open, and other random bits and ingredients will spill out. There's not really any rhyme or reason to what happens when, but in general, it looks like real food, just put in weird combinations.
And they don't play it or anything.
They do not. They just throw it on the pile.
Well, how about this? I'm just going to wait and see if something looks vaguely appetizing, and I'll try and snatch it out of the air before it hits the ground.
I mean, everything they make just kind of looks vaguely appetizing before it hits the ground.
Let's go for, I don't know, just some meat.
Fair enough. So I guess you're standing by the pile and just trying to catch one before it hits it?
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough.
Or Nama falls in the pile and gets too late.
It doesn't take long for that to happen. Eventually, you manage to catch one. It is searingly hot, so you now have, essentially freshly cooked steak in your hands, but it looks relatively appetizing, aside from, now you're hot potatoing it between your hands.
I decide I'm not gonna eat it after all, and I'll just let it drop. But I say thank you to the cutlery anyway, and I decide go on my way. It doesn't hurt to say thank you anyway, I'm sure.
Fair enough. You now have meat juices all over your hands, but in response,
I decide to lick my hand a little.
Fair enough. In response to the thank you, all of the utensils kind of stop what they're doing, bang each other together twice, and then go back to what they're doing.
Okay, then I guess they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'll try and take the south door from here.
South door from here. Watch it be locked. Just watch this whole south wall.
It is not the stove door, is it?
It is not.
Okay, good.
2 of hearts.
Okay. Because if it was a stove door, I am pretty sure you just roast me.
How does this keep happening?
How does what keep happening?
The 2 of hearts room is right next to the 4 of diamonds, which is extremely coincidental because the 2 of hearts is the dining room.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
I know, but the mansion's not supposed to make sense.
Let's just say it's human intuition.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Alright, so you emerge through the south door. There's no music in this room. And it is a massive-ass rectangular dark brown room, essentially. The walls are wood paneled, the ceiling is a dark gray stone, and 2 massive golden chandeliers hang down above the table, each with at least 100 candles, all lit, all filling the room with flickering yellow light. Okay. Dominating the middle of the room is a absolutely massive royal-sized rectangular table covered in a long white tablecloth, and lining both sides of the table are very elegant wooden dining chairs, each of which has either a club or a diamond carved into it. And at the heads of the table are these 2 massive gold-encrusted wooden thrones, one of which has a black painted spade carved into it, the other of which has a red painted heart carved into it. Along the walls are 4 smaller end tables, each of which has a drawer and some white cloth on it, and one of them has what looks like a music box on it.
Okay. And you said the music box isn't playing
It's
because
not
there's
playing
no
now.
music.
It's not playing right now. No.
Okay. And again, the room's empty.
Currently, yeah, just a bunch of tables and chairs, just a table and a bunch of chairs.
I am gonna try and turn on the music box
Fair enough.
after having cleaned my hand off, of course.
Right, yeah. So you walk over to the music box. It is an extremely ornate-looking music box. Lots of blacks, reds, and whites. And there's a little turnkey hole. And sitting next to the music box is a little turnkey with a spade engraved on it.
Mm-hmm. So I need to turn the turnkey?
Yeah, do you do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So you go to do that, but right before you have a chance to, you hear a door open.
Oh, I turn to look at whoever's coming in.
You turn to look, and emerging from the kitchen is a very tall, very proper, very grim-faced butler-looking person. Nice suit. He's got like the towel over the shoulder, and he's pushing this like dining cart just stacked high with dishes, and he just has this grim face to him.
And this is out of the same door I came out of.
Out of the same door you came out of, yes.
Okay.
And he just kind of starts setting places at the table.
Okay, does he like acknowledge me at all? Or?
He does not.
Okay. Now my first impulse would be to talk to him, but at the same time I get the impression that went well for me. He just seems extremely duty bound, and I think I'll just stay out of his way for the moment. And you know what? I'll keep turning the music box and see if that turns on, and we'll see if he reacts badly to that.
Fair enough. So you go ahead and turn the music box on?
Yes.
Alright, give me a second to make sure I'm playing the right track here.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure it's this one.
And then anime music comes out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It is this one. Okay. So it starts playing. The butler does not react. He's just setting the table.
Okay. So, and nothing happens when I turn it on or anything, because I'm looking a little bit at the spade chair in case, I don't know, someone materializes or something.
No, the music box is just playing now.
Huh. Okay. I'm just gonna... And he's setting the table, you said?
Yep.
Well, I get also the impression I was probably kidnapped, and whoever kidnapped me probably would be the people eating at this table, so I'm just gonna mostly try and leave. I'll just head west from here if possible.
You're just gonna what, I'm sorry?
Head west if possible.
Alright, head west from here.
Yes.
So you move to the west door, try to open it, and it does not open.
Alright, so that's
It doesn't
locked.
feel like it's locked, it just feels like it's not opening.
So like someone's wedged on the other side, or just
more like the handle's like jammed almost.
Huh, the handle's jammed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the butler has collected his things and has exited the room.
Okay, good, because he's not going to see me use my book to try and knock the doorknob off.
Alright. So you're trying to knock the doorknob off then with the book?
Yeah, basically, so I can reach in the hole and force it open.
Fair enough, I forgot you had that with you. So you now take the book and are slamming at the door handle. While doing so, you just barely manage to notice that emerging from under the tablecloth is this massive shadow of a hand. Slowly it comes out, reaches up as the black shadow emerges from the floor, grabs you, crushes and strangles you, and then pulls you down into the floor with you. You have died.
Oh. Alrighty then, don't touch the friggin' doorknobs.
It's not quite that. You did trigger that to happen, but I'm not going to tell you exactly how.
Yeah. No, I can guess, but sure, go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was your run right there.
Yeah, I had a pretty good run, a full 9 rooms.
Honestly, 9 rooms is not bad. 9 rooms is definitely not bad. But yeah, so if you took any notes, please do. Now is the time to destroy them.
Okay.
And if you would like to leave a 6-word note for the next contestant.
I'm going to write down my note here so I can count the words.
Fair enough.
Okay, do I say the note I'm leaving, or do I just write it down where you can see it?
I'm gonna write it down here. You can say it out loud. It's fine.
Okay. It's actually gonna just be 5 words. I think I miscounted, but regardless.
That's fine.
Don't hurt the doorknobs, please.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that was another run completed. Thank you so much for participating. I know it was a little bit unfair, but that's how this works. So, but yeah, you are allowed to try again, but only after somebody else has gone. So, before you go, if you would like to shout your stuff out, because I know that you have stuff to shout out.
Oh, of course. Well, if anyone wants to come see my Twitch, I should be streaming again on Monday on on my channel and everything. Annie the Tanuki. I've lately been doing Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga. I usually do RPGs and platformers and so on. Oh, and I read books too. So yeah, if anyone thinks that's interesting, feel free to come on in.
She likes Metroid, so she has my endorsement.
Yes, I do.
That's the important detail.
It is an important detail. But anyway, thank you for letting me play. It was fun.
Absolutely, thank you for participating. I certainly hope it was fun.
You guys have a good time. I'm gonna hang up now.
Yep.